sit down and talk about the things I've been studying for a couple of years now, and the things that I now know to be true at the core of my being because I've experienced them, I've lived through them. And so I've made like this list, and it's time for me to get comfortable talking about it to more than just like a single individual, but to actually put a camera on and own the confidence of these laws that I know beyond a reasonable doubt all the way at the core of my being are real, are true. I've broken down a list of 7 things, to make this really simple to understand, that affect our vibrational frequency according to quantum physics. See, in quantum physics, everything is energy, and we are vibrating beings on certain frequencies, and every vibration equals a feeling, and every feeling emits a vibration, and that vibration can be positive or negative. The very first one is our thoughts. That's the most obvious one, right? Every thought that we think emits a frequency out into the universe, and that frequency goes back to the source. It's always attracting that which we are. So in the case that you have negative thoughts, discouragement, sadness, anger, fear, shame, that's a big one, it's all coming back to you. It's all actually reflecting back to you. Now, that doesn't mean that we're never ever experiencing these things, because they're part of our human bowl of emotions. They're part of us. It's about not becoming consumed in them. It's about feeling them, letting them move through you and move out of you. For me personally, I work on practicing with somatic practices to move my body when I'm feeling something that just doesn't feel good. When I speak to it, I address it. I say, I am feeling this way. I don't try to take it away. I just say, I am feeling this way. And then accept, 1, why do I feel this way? And 2, what can I do about it? For me, a lot of times it's movement. It's something I need to express, to get out, whether it be physical exercise, exertion, dance, or even yoga, stillness, most common one. And reframing those thoughts. So once you've sat with those thoughts, it's a matter of reframing the way they feel inside of you. It's like, okay, so through my lens, I'm able to see this as a feeling that I feel. I don't want to feel it. Where is this coming from? And how can I look at it in a different way? And that's sometimes too where maybe reaching out to a really trusted friend to help you reframe that is helpful. So be mindful of who those are. The next one is actually going to come down to exactly what I'm talking about. It's the company that you keep, and those are the friends, and they're the people that have a direct impact on your vibrational frequency. If you surround yourself with people who are overall happy, positive, and determined, you'll also enter into this vibration and become part of it. Obviously, there are times where we can't really control the environments which we're in, whether it be our home or our workspace. And it's not impossible to get into that space, but yeah, it can be more challenging. I understand that so fully. It can be challenging to stay in your own vibration when you're feeling great, despite your circumstances. I just feel like it's a little bit of an extra complication. So start to become the person that you want to attract. Start to fill your mind with the content that feels good inside of you, so that you can vibrate on those frequencies and then attract people with similar like-minded thought processes. And then make those your trusted circle of friends. And trust in timing. It all comes in timing. The third is the music that we put into our mind. Music is powerful. Have you ever put on a song and you feel it? You feel the emotions that the artist put into it. And so if we're listening to music that's filled with betrayal and sadness and abandonment, all of these things have the ability to fill your own mood. And yes, that's what makes those things so relatable, is because we've all had our heart broken. We've all experienced anger and resentment and, let's just say, negative feelings. We've all experienced them in some way or another, betrayal. And sometimes an artist does such an amazing job of capturing a song that we feel like it was written for us. And you can feel them so deeply. But pay attention to the lyrics and pay attention to how often you're listening to them. Are you keeping those stories that are inside of you on repeat by keeping the music that you listen to on repeat? So there are options. There are music out there, that were created from a place of divinity, that were created from a place of love. I mean, this positive music culture is happening. There's more and more music out there now that is hitting mainstream that feels really amazing to sing to, and the lyrics are on point with working on your energy. So one of my favorite ways to tap into dance is to work on my energy, and listen to songs that elicit the feelings that I want to feel when I don't feel them on my own. So it's not that those feelings aren't inside of me, it's just I sometimes need help bringing them up, and that's okay. That's where music comes in. The fourth one is the things that you watch. Now, when you watch shows, again, that deal with misfortune, death, betrayal, your brain accepts these circumstances as reality and releases a whole chemistry in your body that those are the realities of the way the world works. And that affects your vibrational frequency. So pay attention to how you feel after you're consuming certain types of content and shows. And I know the biggest reputation for negativity is going to be the media, the news-based media, but it isn't just media. It's also the shows that you're watching, the content you're consuming. Think about the reality TV shows where they purposefully highlight drama. Those are creating your own realities. So just be mindful of how you feel after you've watched something. And I can tell you from personal experience, the more you step away from consuming TV, the more I've noticed that I feel the feelings that the characters were feeling on the show. I may feel the betrayal. I may feel the drama. I may start to align with one perspective or another. I'm basically putting my feelings outside of myself, because none of those things happen to me, but those things, they create chemistry in our body, and our body becomes addicted to those chemistry. Have you ever seen someone who's addicted to this one drama on a show? Our body is addicted to the chemistry that is released through what we're witnessing, what we're watching. The fifth one that encapsulates all of us is the space in which we surround ourselves. Again, the most common spaces are work and home. And if you're spending a lot of time in a dirty and disorganized and uncomfortable environment, that reflects on your vibration, because not only do we have vibration, but objects have vibration. Water has vibration. There is vibrational resonance on the clothes that we wear, on the objects that we hold, because our home is often filled with objects that we've collected that have a certain meaning to them or a certain feeling behind them. All those things hold energy, and when your space is filled with energies that no longer resonate with who you are, that can affect who you are. And there are some things we can't change, and I understand that. Try to find places that feel really good to spend time in, and that might not be your home right now. That might not be your workspace right now. One thing you can do is to do your very best to clean. Water is a very cleansing vibrational energy. You can put crystals in your home. You can diffuse essential oils, but the most important thing you have to do in your space is clean it, honor it, take care of it, show the universe that you are worthy of more beautiful, amazing abundance into your life by honoring what you've been given. And that brings me to my seventh point. Honoring what we've been given. It's actually my sixth point. I'm just moving it up, but it's honoring what we've been given. This space of gratitude that we hold, no matter how small it feels like we have to be thankful for, paying attention to it. I'm not saying I'm perfect at doing this. I'm not saying I don't get lost in thought loops. I'm saying that I'm acknowledging the importance of tapping into paying attention to that which we have to be grateful for. Gratitude is the strongest energy we have. It is the one thing we have control over. Despite everything else in your surroundings and where you are is what you're paying attention to. That comes down to you. That comes down to me, right? That comes down to doing the inner work to focus on gratitude. It has very positive effect on your vibrational frequency. The more you focus on that which you want to see grow, we are giving thought energy to that which we want to see expand. And that's a habit that it should be practiced not just daily, but all throughout the day, giving thanks for even things that don't feel like they're in alignment with what you wanted, giving thanks for the little moments, no matter where you are. You can find a way to be thankful. If somebody is in traffic and slows you down, you just be like, thank you for slowing me down. If somebody cuts you off, you can just be like, thank you for making space. I mean, there's ways to just start to give gratitude in the smallest of things, instead of seeing everyone around you as a threat, seeing everyone around you as they're doing you a favor. That is something I'll need you to tap into, looking at your own individual ways in which you can say, how can I be grateful in this moment for something that doesn't feel good? I can tell you that I'm thankful for the most painful lessons in my life, because they made me who I am. They gave me perspective. They gave me the ability to see others and hold space for their pain, because I've experienced my own in those ways. And so I can be grateful for the lessons. I can be grateful for the pain. I can be grateful for the perspectives that came out of them. That's for me where I can see that the most. The last one is the word. You may have heard this term of affirmations. Affirmations are using the words to feel and to communicate frequencies. So tapping into gratitude kind of ties directly into tapping into words. So the things that we speak directly affect our vibrational frequency. To maintain our high frequency, it's essential to eliminate the habit of complaining and talking bad about others. So again, tying back in the gratitude and tapping back in, avoiding using negative language, especially when talking about yourself. I've been catching myself lately saying, I am a hot mess, instead of really honoring my divine feminine, which is a bowl of emotions. It's just a big, giant mass of emotions. Women have a monthly cycle that flows throughout the month with our hormones. And instead of saying, I'm a mess, I've been very mindful to realize I am an embodiment of the divine feminine, which just happens to have a very flowy hormonal cycle right now. But that's who I am. That's me. That's part of me. It's not a mess. It's a reflection of the divine feminine that is without container at this moment. That's what it is, and that's okay. I honor her. I honor her feelings. I honor her waters. I honor her flow. I am not a hot mess. I am perfectly embodying my divine feminine and just accepting the flow of its waters. So that's the list of my personal account of 7 things that affect our vibrational frequency the most. And according to quantum physics, there's science to prove that that is all real. So, before you drink your water, you can speak affirmations into the water and let the frequency of that which you want to feel come into the water. Thank you. I love you. Let's see, what do I want to feel today? Energized. I feel energized. I feel motivated. I feel confident. So I'm using words to speak into my water, which holds vibration, and drinking it down as a way of practicing incorporating these truths into my daily life. So I'm going to say thank you for watching. I love you. Sorry in advance if I had a hard time focusing on my eyeline. That's a practice for me that I'm working on becoming more confident in, and so I appreciate you understanding.